Strategy players have been eating good lately, and this last weekend was no exception. Between Summer Game Fest, PC Gaming Show, and IGN Live, we saw a handful of strategy games announced or expanded on with gameplay trailers, and in this video, we'll go over the ones I'm most excited about, starting with Chronicles Medieval. Starting with one of the most anticipated strategy games already announced, Chronicles Medieval is a medieval action strategy game that appears to be a solid blend of Mount and Blade, Bannerlord, and Total War, featuring empire building, diplomatic intrigue, court titles that affect what you can do and who you can interact with, and of course, massive real-time battles. They dropped a brief but action-packed gameplay teaser showcasing some fantastic cinematic visuals, customization, and playable country options, battle formations, and lots of execution moves as you lead your armies in third-person mode. We're getting a deep dive into combat itself very soon, so be on the lookout for that overview video on the channel. Chronicles Medieval is currently set to enter early access in late 2026. Keeping with the medieval themes, we have Stronghold 4. Seeking to return to its classic roots in medieval England, Stronghold 4, a prequel of the original Castle Sim RTS, brings you a 22-mission narrative campaign as you follow the tale of Penryn of Weffel, going from a simple shepherd's life to becoming the leader against villainy and corruption. As part of the classic return, you'll need to build and manage a castle economy, from harvesting wood and stone to build fortifications to production chains that provide a diverse range of food for your people, materials to create troops, and of course, gold for yourself. And then there are the battles themselves, which by the trailer seem to focus more on man-to-man combat animations and less on the blobbing we've experienced in previous Stronghold games. As we approach the release date, no doubt we'll be able to see what larger battles look like and how they'll operate overall. There are some new mechanics that bring Stronghold into the modern era of gaming, with objectives that level you up to unlock new building types such as advanced housing, banquet halls, and other features that add some strategic depth. Overall, I'm quite looking forward to playing, and you can see for yourself when they release a demo on June 23rd. If you're a fan of Castle Sim RTS games, we've got another one with Burgfried. While not as in-depth or as complex as Stronghold 4 appears to be, Burgfried shares many of the same elements in the genre. You'll gather resources and manage your economy to build your castles, villages, and towns. In a similar vein to Manor Lords, you'll expand into new territories to obtain specific resources that fuel your economy even further and strengthen your positions. Additionally, there are dynamic events such as tournaments, visits from the king, and celebrations that require you to respawn, making this more than just another RTS castle defense. What does make it stand out, though, is a form of organic castle building. Unlike our traditional square grid friends already mentioned, Burgfried features a very different grid system that allows for the historically accurate, often irregular shapes of European castles from the High and Late Middle Ages. All of this leads to an eventual tactical combat where the recruitment of various soldiers, combined with your defenses, will be used in tandem with a tactical pause feature to fend off invaders. To what end? No one yet knows. And while combat does look a bit basic and doesn't seem to be on a large scale, it still looks like it could be fun. We'll have to wait and see. Fast forwarding just a bit historically, and to the other side of the world is Expeditions Samurai. In a continuation of the Expeditions franchise, now fully owned by THQ with the launch of Expeditions Rome back in 2022, Expeditions Samurai takes us to Japan with the arrival of a Dutch ship, the beginning of your crew. In this blend of real-time world exploration and turn-based tactical combat, you'll have to navigate the politics of feudal Sengoku-era Japan by any means necessary as you bring on, or are betrayed by, a wide range of characters into your party. You'll utilize stealth, diplomacy, and the ever-standard method of violence to pursue a range of narratives that can lead to any number of outcomes, where every choice really does matter in how your people perceive your competency or your treachery. Led by a previous co-owner and director from the previous Expeditions Rome dev team, Logic Artists, and a core group of Logic Arctic devs that left the team, there is a great deal of hope that Expedition Samurai will live up to the franchise name, and I highly recommend you check it out. It's time to take this to a galaxy far, far away with Star Wars Zero Company. This XCOM-like turn-based tactical game launched a gameplay trailer that gave us a good deal of details on the storyline, our squad, and battles, and man alive, does it look good. Your ragtag specialist group will scout a galaxy of over 150 planets, uncovering the machinations of a secret cult known as the Coil, which is disrupting operations throughout the planets in the core, mid, and outer rim systems. With 8 different species recruitable to your cause, roles like Mandalorians, Jedi Padawans, clone troopers, and more, not to mention loads of abilities that each person can bring to the table in combat, we are looking at a seriously in-depth Star Wars tactical game. You can check out my detailed overview of the gameplay trailer in the top right corner for more, and we are getting daily new information that I'm quite eager to cover, so stay tuned on the channel for more. Our last, but in no way least, Total War Warhammer 40k. Dropping their own blend of interview commentary and gameplay of the game, we get to see the masses clash firsthand, along with planetary overviews and some loose details on how we'll approach our decisions in the game. While the size of the maps look roughly the same size as previous games when you look at things like minimap details and other elements, the backdrops in this video give them a true Warhammer 40k appeal, with the Hive City landscapes literally taking over the skylines. With Warhammer 40k factions, their units, their technology, and the emphasis on building scale, lanes, and choke points, the gameplay almost gives off some like wargaming vibes, like with Warno and Broken Arrow. This potential blend of traditional Total War with wargaming provides a lot of great strategic moments as you navigate difficult terrain, or use artillery and other weapons to blast your way through buildings to make your own lanes of destruction. It doesn't end on the horizontal elements, as there's the vertical to consider. You are managing an entire faction across a system of planets, not just one single battlefield. This also reminds me of the maps in Dawn of War Dark Crusade, where taking certain territories gives you buffs in various areas. And it's the same here. Certain planets will be more beneficial to the Astra Militarum to take, fortify, and hold than if you're playing as the orcs. We'll find out more about Total War Warhammer 40k as we get closer to release, but you can sign up for the beta right now, which will launch later in the year. There are definitely more games to talk about than what was in this video, but these are the ones that hyped me up the most. The real question is, what games made you hyped from this last weekend? Let me know in the comments section down below. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to support the channel, feel free to give the video a like for the YouTube gods and subscribe for more content in the future. This is Havoc, and I will see you in the next one.